Well, I'm back. It took me a minute to clear my space because whatever energy was pushing in to not want me to share. Anyway, and here's my friend Leaf again. He's beautiful, ain't he? Anyway, I've been on this planet for a while. When I was a kid growing up during the hippie era, we got our draft cards. A lot of us didn't know what we are going to do, get drafted, go to war. That was during the Vietnam era, for those who forget. Protesting breaking out everywhere. Kent State took place, the protest. And back then, if you smoked a little weed or got caught with it, you went to jail. Well, now in the last 30, 40, 50 years, how is it that you can get weed anywheres, just about anywheres in the United States of America? Now, I'm not knocking weed. I know a lot of people, my granny, they knew the real purpose of marijuana. It is a medicine. God said He never leave us without some way to help us. But I'm not saying smoking weed will help you. It was made for a reason. Cannabis was made, given to us as a plant medicine. Medicine. You don't have to smoke it. You can make a tea out of it, a tincture. Well, back then, we called it happy weed. We may smoke a little bit of it, feel happy. Well, why is it that they've allowed it to be everywhere? Because I think, in reality, that the energies, the opposite energy of light, knew that their time was going to be short. So they had to create a way to cause you to be separated from your spirit and soul and mind. Now, is medical marijuana good? Yeah, if it's used appropriately. But a lot of people, use marijuana just to get high. Period. So why did drugs flood into this? All of this. Why did all of the sexual supposedly evolution take place? In the laws of creation, animals bring children in here and that loved and nurtured and cared for. And over the years, I've watched the breakdown of families. So, the opposite energy of light has broken families. People smoke every day. Why? Because it separates you from who you really are. It masks. Now, I'm not against marijuana. I'm against and I'm not saying abuse, but why do we need something? See, again, we're looking outside ourselves for the answers. Now, it's everywhere. There's dispensaries across the river from where I live. Our state passed medical marijuana, and that's great. It does. It helps with cancer and nausea. I get all that. But why, 40 years ago, was so bad and so wrong? And now all of a sudden, it's okay. Back when people smoked happy weed, that's what we called it. I think, now what I've read, who knows, but I think it's like 5%, whatever, THC. I don't understand all of that, but now it's like 20%, 28%. So when you're smoking, you just pride, as they would say. And now they got vape pens, you know. So you don't know if somebody's in front of you at the store vaping marijuana or vaping tobacco or whatever they're vaping. And no judgment here, just observation. But the dolls, we know the difference. And it's challenging. This younger generation has been challenged because this is how I look at it. I'll put it in a little bit simpler terms. And I'm ranting and I'm still being pushed about some energies. They don't want me to share what I see or understand. Why, at this time, they allow all this to come forward? Because they knew there was going to be a process of change, and they didn't want nobody to wake up. Now, according to what I've studied and read, in metaphysical statement that there was the indigo people born at a certain age, time frame, that came on this planet to help the next generation, and that next generation was to help this generation, the starseed generation, those that carried the genetic codes from off-worlders. Why is there so much this and that and everything else? You know, it's challenging to see all this happening around and try to explain to people, hey, maybe your behavior needs to change. Oh, you're from old school. Well, in the last 40 years, our world has become more unbalanced than ever before. And the dolls knew that. There's balance and harmony with everything when you balance yourself within, without all the drugs, without all the drama and trauma. Think about that. One of my elders told me one time, he said, run from old habits. Don't run from them. They're not serving you a purpose. So maybe today, ask yourself, what habit that is separating me from me that I need to run from? Now, don't try to change everything at once. Take one thing, just one thing that you want to change. Like quit chewing your fingernails or having 10 cups of coffee to 5. Because our minds are racing. Because what's coming is going to be an evolutionary step into a higher understanding. And the negative energies don't want us to see that. Later.